Hold on tight, Commanders fans. We've got explosive news that's going to shake the foundations. The NFL world isn't ready for what's coming to Washington. First off, are you ready for a bombshell in the roster? An analyst claims a first-round pick might be on the chopping block. Yes, you heard that right. Someone who seemed untouchable could be packing their bags before the season starts. The reasons behind this will leave you speechless. Now, get ready to meet the new sheriff in town. A rookie is making waves at camp and revealing the secrets behind his incredible adaptation. This kid looks like a 10-year veteran in a rookie's body. Rival quarterbacks are already having nightmares about him. And to top it all off, one of our guardians on the offensive line is making waves nationally. This behemoth is being considered among the NFL's elite at his position. Washington's trenches have never looked so solid. Don't you dare miss a second of these explosive updates. The season hasn't even started, and we're already shaking up the league. If you're true Commanders fans, you know what to do. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell. We need the entire Burgundy and Gold Nation to be in the loop on what's coming. This is just the beginning, family. HTTR. Attention, Commanders Nation. Are you ready for this? Because I sure wasn't when I found out. Picture this. A first-round pick, someone the team invested heavily in, might be packing their bags before the season starts. Yes, you heard that right. I'm talking about Jamin Davis, folks. Now let me ask you, how is it possible that a talent like Davis is on the chopping block? I'll tell you this. The NFL is a ruthless business, and Dan Quinn isn't here to make friends. Remember when Davis was drafted? We all thought he'd be the next great linebacker for Washington. But now, what do we have? A player being turned into an edge rusher overnight. I think this move is risky, to say the least. Quinn says he wants Davis as a third-down specialist and in two-minute situations. But is that enough to justify a roster spot? Listen to this. Craig Hoffman, a respected analyst, isn't convinced Davis has a secure spot on the team. And let me tell you, when Hoffman speaks, I listen. Hoffman says, and I quote, "I think Jamin Davis might be in trouble here. They're trying to convert him to an edge, and I don't know if it's going well enough for him to make this team." Now I ask you, is this the way to handle a first-round pick? I don't think so. But I'll also tell you this. If Davis can't adapt, what other option do the Commanders have? Remember, Adam Peters has no emotional attachment to players drafted by the previous regime. If Davis doesn't shine, he could be history. I'll tell you this. Davis has the talent. He has the tools. But in the NFL, that's not enough. You need to produce, and you need to do it now. And you know what's most concerning? The Commanders didn't pick up Davis's fifth-year option. That tells me they were already doubting him before camp started. Now, I think it would be crazy to cut Davis before week 1. But I'll also tell you this. In the NFL, I've seen crazier things. If Davis gets cut, it would be another devastating blow to Washington's draft history. Another first-round pick, not living up to expectations. How many more can they afford? I ask you, what would you do if you were Dan Quinn? Would you give Davis more time to adapt? Or would you cut your losses and move on? Because I'll tell you this, patience is a virtue, but in the NFL, time is money, and the Commanders can't afford to waste either. This is a situation I'll be following closely, and you should too, because what happens with Jamin Davis could indicate how Quinn and Peters plan to manage this team in the future. Now, to you, loyal Commanders fans, I ask, do you think Jamin Davis deserves another chance? Or is it time to admit it was a draft mistake and move on? We've got a rookie in the house, folks, and this isn't just any rookie. We're talking about Mike Sainristil, the gem Adam Peters snagged in the second round of the draft. And you know what? This kid is proving why he was a golden pick. Now, let me ask you, when was the last time we saw a rookie come in and take over a starting position this quickly? I'll tell you this, it's been a long time. Too long. Sainristil isn't just playing, he's dominating. He's making the veterans turn their heads. And I believe this is just the beginning. Want to know the secret to his success? Sainristil himself revealed it. And let me tell you, it's pure gold. He says he doesn't have to act like a rookie just because he's a rookie. Can you believe that? This kid has the mindset of a 10-year veteran. I'll tell you this, that mentality is what separates the good from the great. And Sainristil looks every bit like he's going to be great. Now let me ask you, how many rookies have you seen come into the NFL with that attitude? I've seen many come in thinking they're going to take over the league, only to get eaten alive in their first game. But Sainristil's different. He's learning from the veterans. He's soaking up everything he can, and most importantly, he's applying what he learns on the field. And you know what's most impressive? His versatility. Coverage, run support, blitzes. This kid does it all. It's like Dan Quinn designed his defensive scheme with Sainristil in mind. I think we've got something special here. But I also warn you, don't get too excited yet, because I'll tell you this, the NFL is a different beast. We've seen many rookies shine in camp only to disappear when the regular season starts. There's something about Sainristil that makes me think he'll be different. Maybe it's his mentality, maybe it's his talent, or maybe it's that lethal combination of both. Now let me ask you, how much can our pass defense improve with Sainristil on the field? Because let's be honest, last year our pass defense was a total disaster. I believe that Sainristil, along with Quinn and Witt Jr., can transform this defense. He can turn it into something rival quarterbacks fear facing. But here's the big question, the one we should all be asking. Is Mike Sainristil the missing piece in the Commanders' defense? Is he the one who will finally bring us back to glory? I'll tell you this, potential is there. The attitude is there. Now we just have to see if he can translate all that onto the field, and the games really matter. And to you, loyal Commanders fans, I ask, what do you expect to see from Mike Sainristil in his rookie season? Do you think he can be the next great cornerback for this franchise? Sam Cosmi, our right guard, is throwing down the gauntlet to the entire NFL. This man is saying he's one of the best at his position in the whole league. And you know what? I believe he's right. Now, let me ask you, when was the last time we saw an offensive lineman from the Commanders talk with this much confidence? Tell you this, been way too long. Cosmi isn't just talking. He's backing up his words with action. Pro Football Focus gave him a grade of 80.6 in 2023. Do you know what that means? It means this man is a beast on the line. But wait, there's more. Listen to what Cosmi said. I want to be one of the best in this league. I feel like I am one of the best in this league. I'm going to be dirty. I'm going to be nasty. I'm not going to tolerate, excuse my language, any BS from anyone. I'll tell you this. That's what I want to hear. Guard who isn't afraid to get his hands dirty, is willing to do the grunt work. That's what we need in Washington. Now let me ask you, remember the Hogs? Because I do. And let me tell you, Cosmi reminds me of those guys. Tough, nasty, afraid of nothing and no one. But here's the problem. Cosmi is in the final year of his contract. And I believe Adam Peters, our new general manager, is making a huge mistake by not extending him right. Do you know why? Because every day that goes by, Cosmi's price goes up. This man is playing like one of the best guards in the NFL, and soon he's going to want to be paid like one. I'll tell you this, if Peters doesn't act fast, we're going to see Cosmi in another jersey next year. And that, my friends, would be a disaster. Now, I believe Cosmi is exactly the type of player we need to rebuild this offensive line. He's young, he's talented, and most importantly, he has the right mentality. But I'll also tell you this, time is running out. The season is just around the corner, and if we don't lock down Cosmi soon, we could lose him. Now I ask you, what would you do if you were Adam Peters? Would you extend Cosmi right now? Or would you wait to see how the season unfolds? Because I'll tell you this, in the NFL, if you wait too long, you get left behind. And the Commanders can't afford to lose a talent like Cosmi. This is a situation I'm going to follow closely, Tussbird, and you should too. Because what happens with Sam Cosmi could define the future of our offensive line for years to come. And now, to you, loyal Commanders fans, I ask, do you think Sam Cosmi deserves a contract extension right now? Or should we wait to see how he plays this season? Attention, Commanders Nation. It's time for you, the real experts, to make your voices heard. We've got 3 hot topics on the table, and I want to know what you think. First, does Jamin Davis deserve another chance, or is it time to cut our losses? Second, what are your expectations for Mike Sainristil in his rookie season? Will he be the one to revitalize our secondary? And third, should we extend Sam Cosmi right now, or wait to see his performance this season? These decisions define our future. So don't stay silent. Drop your comments below, and let's make this conversation hotter than the Cowboys' offensive line. But don't stop there. If you want to be part of the most passionate family in the NFL, you know what to do. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit those notifications. Because when it comes to the Commanders, nobody brings you the hottest news like I do. Remember, every like, every comment, every subscription brings us closer to glory. Together, we're more than fans, we're a family. Family that stands united through thick and thin. And before I go, I want you to shout with me. Because even though times change, our spirit remains the same. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Remember, hail to the Redskins.